Alright, this video is about the murder of Trevor Berbick. The way that I found out about this guy was I was just looking up on Muhammad Ali's fight record, his boxing record, and this was the last guy that Muhammad Ali fought before he retired completely, and he lost to this guy, and I clicked on this guy's profile, and it was just interesting at the end what it said. It said he was murdered. So I'm just going to read what it says, and then I'm going to give my reflection. It says in October 28, 2006, Berbick was murdered at a church in Norwich, Jamaica, by an assailant wielding a 2-inch thick steel pipe. He suffered multiple blows to the head and died at the scene. Basically, it was his nephew, who's 20 years old, and an unidentified 18-year-old man who was charged with the murder. So basically, one of them was sentenced to life in prison. Another one was sent to 14 years in prison. Alright, so basically he got killed by his own nephew, which is very sad. But I wanted to bring that up because basically I wanted to show how different survival training is compared to combat sport. No matter it be boxing, wrestling, or cage fighting, Thai boxing, karate, taekwondo, point sparring, whatever the case may be, real life combat is very different. So in this case, it's like, he got killed with a 2-inch thick pipe, and it was 2 against 1. There's no weight classes. There's not 1 against 1. It was 2 against 1. Age doesn't matter. The guy was 20, and the other person was 18. And people that get into combat sport, it's like they think too much that, hey, it's like they almost get like overconfident into thinking that they can handle situations that involve weapons when, it's very different. One hit with the weapon, with good timing, the right spot, it could end it all. And I train in unarmed combat, and then I train with weapons as well, and then you see clearly, how difficult it is to fight against somebody that has a weapon and knows what he's doing. No matter it be a knife, a pipe, a gun, a sword, a stick, whatever the case may be, if the person knows what he's doing, it's very difficult. And once again, this is an illustration of showing the difference between like boxing, combat sport, and the difference between that and like survival training. Survival training, there's no room for mistake. Sometimes you have multiple people coming at you, and when multiple people are coming at you and one of them has a weapon or both of them have a weapon, then you better make sure you have a weapon too if you want to survive. It's a serious situation, and this person, this boxer died. It's very sad. Got killed by his own nephew. And these are the things that I train to prepare for, and it's very different. It's not a boxing match. It's not 12 rounds. It's not 3 minutes. It's not a fair fight. It's just something very dangerous. And it's a different type of training. So once again, I just want to bring this up. People can read about it on their own. You can click on the link that I provide below, and just kind of open your eyes and pay attention to these articles. If you read up on articles, you watch the news, you see how people die. You know, people a lot of times die by the gun, and that's the main thing. You know, in Jamaica, they might not have as many guns as America, so then this person used a pipe to kill him. But in America, guns are everywhere, and that's going to be the real thing that we need to train to survive against. So, you know, this is another example to share.